It's time to break down some football.
We got to get our mind right. Touchdown, win.
From the perspective of guys who played in the NFL.
Caught, touchdown!
And a guy who had one really great sack in high school.
Oh, you're so weak. You're a waste of my time.
Greg Camarillo and Marcus McNeil are the pros. And Skraby is the Joe.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Two pros and a Joe starts right now.
We started last week's episode talking about like different companies who want to sponsor these different variants of COVID, but there's no need to anymore because there's no COVID anymore in the NFL. It just is gone. They figured out a way and they're not sharing it with us.
They solved it, man. We went from 2 weeks before the season ended to like half the teams playing, calling up dudes you've never heard of. Playoffs come. I didn't hear not a single case out there. The NFL should sponsor whatever testing program they have because they have no positives.
I don't even understand that. I know more people who've caught COVID from Christmas to now, like personally, than I did the entire time that COVID's been out. Easily, hands down. You know, I might have knew before Christmas, maybe like a handful of people who caught COVID. You know what I'm saying? But this last, variant came out. I'm talking about it was getting everybody. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about everybody was getting it, but like you say, like I don't know anybody who went on the COVID list this week.
Yeah, I will tell you this. I have been one of the more protective guys when it comes to COVID.
You have.
But I am very glad that the NFL just said fuck it because I didn't want to see backup quarterbacks.
Wow.
I didn't want to see backup wide receivers.
Way to put.
Appreciate it. And on the other thing, especially it's 0 degrees in Buffalo. I'm not a virologist, but I'm pretty sure you can't catch COVID in 0 degrees.
When it's that cold, huh?
Man, good luck, buddy. Yeah, COVID ain't gonna make that.
For everyone out there, just go to a cold climate. Greg says it's okay. You can't catch COVID. Go start.
I mean, if Joe Rogan could give advice.
Joe Rogan. Hey. How did I know that's where you get your advice from, Greg?
Joe Rogan. That was hilarious this week. If you didn't see what happened to Joe Rogan, you should look it up because it was pretty funny. Two pros and a Joe. I'm Skraby. We got Marcus McNeil and we got Greg Camarillo at Catch Camarillo for him on Twitter, at McNeil73 for Marcus on Instagram, and at Marcus McNeil73 on Twitter. I'm at Matt Skraby. We are at twoprosandajoe.com or at Two Pros and a Joe on social media. We're going to recap, or we're not going to recap. We're going to preview the divisional games that are coming up. We are also going to talk about some of the expanded playoff format, whether or not we think it's good. And then we're going to talk to Marcus a little bit about some offensive line play. Greg put a pretty interesting question in there for you. And then we're going to go with the fuck. And I see a Jimmy G in here.
Yeah, I got some beef with Trader Joe.
Oh, that's Jimmy G's
new name, man. Jimmy G is now
TJ.
I love Trader Joe's. I mean, you can get $3 wine, you can get some bananas, you can get some beer. Like, it's a good place.
They have this base. They have the best like cheese spread, and I'm not like a big charcuterie board guy, but they have like this
tea and cheese 2 episodes in a row.
Yeah, like kind of this like berry encrusted like cheese. It's great. It's a great spread.
Oh, I have had that before, and it is delicious.
It's like the blue, like blueberry outside of blackberry with that shit.
My mouth is actually watering right now.
Two Pros and a Joe is going to become a cheese critic podcast in the offseason.
I wouldn't mind. If you're going to put a bunch of those cheeses in front of me, I'm going to eat them because we did have that for Christmas. We had that for Christmas. That exact same thing.
That was hilarious.
And it was delicious. Give me some goat cheese, and I am all in. I love goat cheese on top of pizza, in a sandwich.
Anything.
All right, we're gonna move on.
Okay.
My mouth is like literally watering right now because I'm thinking about that dingleberry cheese. All right. So,
damn it, Scrapes.
Sorry, guys. I am out of control.
The stinkier, the better.
Yeah, I am out of control tonight. All right, let's start with the first game on the lineup on Saturday.
Okay.
And that is Bengals at Titans. This one is Tennessee is favored in this game by 3.5 points. And I think that's I don't think that's a good spread for them because you get 3 points just for being at home. So basically they're saying that the Bengals are only a half point worse than the Titans. I don't feel that way. And the Titans, if they're going to get back Derrick Henry, I think this is a Titans game to win. The Bengals are there, but they're not there yet. And I think that the Titans are going to take care of business, especially coming off the bye and being rested. So what are your guys' thoughts on this game? What are you guys going to be looking for in this game?
I guess the biggest thing that I'll be looking for this weekend is if the Titans can come out after that first round bye and jump into the playoff swing of things. Sometimes it's like a little bit of a setup, especially if you don't have experience at the quarterback position or being in those positions, because you just go from, your last game of the season or, finishing up the last game of the season to nothing the next week, and it's almost like a bye week. And sometimes I just feel like they can throw you off. So if the Bengals has a chance, it might be that they're coming off of a game, that they had to play in. So they're already kind of in sync and they might be able to jump on the Titans quick.
I agree with that. It is hard to go from week off to immediately second round playoff atmosphere. The only question is Derrick Henry back to being Derrick Henry? He's coming off an injury. If he is, they're fine. The Bengals are younger, second-year quarterback, first-year star receiver. That makes a difference in the playoffs. And I think that the veteran leadership, Derrick Henry, Tannehill, Vrabel, Julio Jones, A.J. Brown, these are old, guys that have maybe not A.J. Brown. The other guys are older and can handle business. I think Tennessee walks away with that one.
I agree with you guys, and we'll see what happens. I mean, it's just the Bengals at this point. I don't think they expected. I know that they started the season with the Super Bowl aspirations, but I think they'll take it if they get to the divisional playoff this year and then they end up bouncing. But you never know with the Bengals, and you never know with the Titans. The Titans can come out, and like you guys said, coming off the bye, they can look flat. Bengals are rolling. And you never know with certain circumstances like that. Joe Burrow is a winner, and all he knows how to do is win. And he's done that all over his life. His at LSU won a national championship, and he just continues to win with the Bengals. So we'll see what happens there.
You know what I would like to see? I would like to see the Titans win a championship just so we can say you can win a championship without an elite quarterback.
That'll be true because Tannehill is not
elite.
He's not the elite status.
I would love to see that happen just for that sole reason, because everybody else, they've got quarterbacks.
I would say this too about the Bengals. Like you said, Joe Burrow is a winner, but guess who else was on that national championship team with him?
Jamar Chase.
So if anybody's been in a big moment, like those two have, so if anything, they're looking to prove themselves on this level now. So they might have something to really go after,
The other team on the bye was the Packers, and the 49ers beat the Dallas Cowboys, and now they're headed to the frozen tundra of Lambeau Field, and it is going to be cold. It's going to be in the 20s or teens, and it's also possibly going to be snowing. The only good thing about that for the 49ers is they're kind of built for this, and they are a team that can win in the trenches. Now, the Packers are favored by 6 points in this game, and Jimmy G, and I know that we're going to get to this in a little bit, Greg, but Jimmy G is injured. He's got a shoulder injury. He's got a thumb injury. They're thinking Trey Lance may end up playing in this game.
Stop it.
If Jimmy G, like I've talked about this on every single episode, I think we talk about Jimmy G. Guy doesn't get credit enough for just being able to win. It may not be pretty. He may throw terrible interceptions that break my heart, but in the end, he's a winner, and he has won a lot of games. I think the only way that the 49ers beat the Packers this weekend is if Jimmy G is perfect and the Niners are able to cash in the red zone. Against the Cowboys, they kicked 3 field goals in that first half, and I was really feeling like some of those field goals were going to come back to bite the 49ers because they weren't touchdowns, and they need that.
Can we discuss that, how great that is? This is like the philosophy of 5 years ago. Just kick field goals. Just keep kicking field goals. These points are going to add up. Everybody wants to go for it now and get a touchdown. Shanahan was like, fuck it, I want my 3 points. And this shit worked out great.
He did, but they at least needed one of those to be a touchdown, and they're not in the situation that they were in at the end of the game.
Yeah, I mean, no. Just keep racking. Why? I got a question for you, Scrapes.
Yeah.
Why do they schedule the games that are going to be the coldest at night?
Okay. Here's
Buffalo,
what I want to say.
Why are we doing that at nighttime? Green Bay, why are we doing that at nighttime?
I will tell you why the 49ers were playing the Cowboys at 1:30 instead of the night game. It's because CBS paid for, that's the prime slot of the playoffs, is 1:30 on Sunday is the number one game that the NFL sets up. So CBS, that's why as an NFC matchup, CBS usually calls the AFC matchups, but they already paid for it. So they put them together in that whole thing. And so that is why they're thinking that on Saturday, the 49ers and the Packers are prime time on a weekend night, and a lot of people are going to be watching.
Damn it.
I'm going to be watching. I mean, even for the Packers to be, I give them being favored 6 points, but the 49ers are built tough. Like, and when I just look at their rosters, like player for player, the 49ers stand out more to me. Like, they have big time players on every level of their offense and defense, you know, whether that's Trent Williams on the offensive line, Deebo Samuel, Kittle, you know, Jimmy
Bosa.
G, you know, Nick
Eric
Bosa on the
Armstead.
other side, Wagner, you know, so like they have a lot of players like all over the place that should be able to compete with Green Bay. And like we said before, like coming off a bye week, that week one, you can come out flat. You know, the best thing they have going for them is Aaron Rodgers, though.
So two things. Their roster is loaded. Their one weakness is DB, in which Aaron Rodgers might have a feast if Nick Bosa can't be healthy. That's the key to me. If Nick Bosa is healthy and can get after it, and they can get after Aaron, they got a shot. If Nick Bosa's not in there, man, it might be a struggle.
Another point that the 49ers, I was talking about them scoring in the red zone. I believe that I saw this earlier on Twitter that the 49ers have the best red zone offense scoring wise in the NFL. And the Packers have the worst red zone defense in the NFL. So if the 49ers are able to score in the red zone, then they'll be able to win the game. I kind of think, I don't know. I mean, Aaron Rodgers is 0-3 against the 49ers in the playoffs, and I know that the history doesn't really matter that much, but I do think it matters a little bit. I think Aaron Rodgers really wants to beat the 49ers because he hasn't done it in the playoffs. He was initially, back in the day when he was drafted, he was snubbed by the 49ers. I think
he grew up in the Bay Area, or close to the Bay Area. He grew up in the Bay Area and close to the Bay Area. He went to Cal. I think this is a much bigger game for Aaron Rodgers than he might let on, and 6 points is a lot for the Packers to have to cover. And I just hope that Jimmy G is perfect. That's all I need him to be, is perfect. All you need is that berry crusted cheese, and he's good to go. But that's another one. Jimmy G could win a Super Bowl and not be an elite quarterback. Would you rather have Jimmy G as your quarterback or Ryan Tannehill?
Ugh, neither.
I think Jimmy G personally, but
yeah, I'll take Jimmy G.
Yeah.
Ryan Tannehill is, at least Jimmy G is going to be consistent. He's going to make good plays, and he's going to make one really stupid play.
If he plays.
So that's going to be the matchup with the 49ers and the Packers on Saturday night. And last time that the 49ers went to Lambeau in the playoffs, they ended up beating the Packers, and it was a cold day, and the grass was yellow, and they ended up winning by a field goal. So I'm just hoping.
Do you know that they spray paint the grass sometimes?
Yeah, I did know that.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
You go out there on a yellow field, and sometimes that shit looks gloriously green come game day. You go out there and run around, and you feel the crunch. That shit is spray painted green grass.
Isn't Lambeau though? They have the warming coils under the. I know. I always split it. I don't know why I split it into two syllables. It's Lambeau, not Lambeau.
Lambeau.
Oh, I was about to ask, was it the one with the doors?
Oh, the Lambo, like a Lamborghini. Like they got the suicide doors over there.
Is it the one with the suicide doors? Yeah, the Lambo.
See, that's where Marcus is at. Marcus is thinking about Lamborghinis, and I'm thinking about like Toyota Priuses. Okay, so let's just be honest here. But I don't know where I was going with
the
that.
coils
Anyway.
make a huge difference. So
Yeah, the coils. That's what I was talking about.
when I was playing for the Vikings, the dome collapsed. We played a game outside at the University of Minnesota, who does not have coils, and the ground was hard as shit. Favre gets a concussion, end of his career. Also, in games like where there's coils on the field, if you fuck around and try to like get 5 yards off the field, the ground suddenly becomes hard and slippery. Like this coils make a big difference.
Well, I mean, it's the coldest place to play in National Football League, so you better make sure that people are a little bit warm. I wonder if the 49ers are going to bring their benches over there.
I was just thinking the same thing. Please don't bring a white one.
I think it's supposed to be like 11 degrees on the game day. That shit.
I do love it. I gotta say.
No.
But that's a 40. That's that
No.
weather. It's so weird that the Packers are a finesse team. I know that Aaron Jones and who's the backup running back? I can't remember his name right now. He's a younger dude, but he is both those guys are bruisers, but they haven't. But Aaron Rodgers, I don't know that he's going to be able. I don't know.
It's so miserable to play in that
here.
weather. It's great. I cannot explain to you how miserable it is to play in that weather.
I will take your word for it. I
Yes.
will definitely take your word for it.
The one cool thing, the pass that Josh Allen threw to Knox, where he just kind of like,
yeah,
you watch the highlight and you can see every one of his breaths throughout the play. Like he goes and scrambles and like plumes of smoke, and that shit was cool. But other than that, no, man, heat up a little bit.
So we moved to Sunday now, January 23rd, and the Rams are going to be in Tampa taking on the Bucs. That's going to start at 12 p.m. The Buccaneers are 3-point favorites in this game. If we see the Rams that we saw last night, they win that game. If we see a team that we saw against the 49ers a week before, they lose that game. But how much is Tom really going to be able to will his team to victory? And we've seen it before, but his team is struggling. His team is injured. They're losing some guys. They don't have the same weapons, and the Rams do. The Rams have their weapons.
Will Matthew Stafford stop throwing picks? That's the difference. When he's on his game, the Rams are rolling. And now I would like to just say that Brady has lost a couple guys, Godwin and Antonio Brown. This fucker still has Gronk and Mike Evans. So let's not act like he's out here playing with Patty Sue routes.
Yeah.
Like he's doing just fine. And he's the GOAT. But Mac, the question I got for you. So he had two linemen hurt in this last game, right tackle and center. They're not going to practice. Like they're scheduled not to practice at all until hopefully Friday. As a receiver, that would only affect you on like maybe 5 plays because you've done so much up to this point. You don't need the really timing. How much does that affect linemen? Like if you're not going to be at practice, is that a problem for Tom?
No, I don't think so. Not so much with linemen. I mean, linemen, most of your game is like footwork and hand placement, so as long as you know what I'm saying, still got your footwork and you do that stuff so much, it's almost like riding a bike. So unless you're out for like an extended period of time where you might like need to get back in the game shape, I think they're doing the right thing of just letting them rest up because as you saw, the tackle couldn't put no pressure on his ankle. Yeah. And when he gave up that sack, I knew he was going out the game. Like if you're hurt as a lineman and like trying to push through it and you give up a sack, done. Guaranteed. Like I saw him like give up. It was like, that's it. I'm not going to get embarrassed out here, give up sacks. That's it. And that's what happened. So rest them up, you know what I'm saying? Try and get your best players at the offensive line back in because there is a drop-off from your starting right tackle to your backup right tackle, and especially your starting center and your backup center, who is like the quarterback of your offensive line. So you need him in there just to call the plays and make sure that he's spotting the mic and you can get the defense the way you need it to, or get the defense call how you need to. So they're doing the right thing. They should be all right. But if they don't have that center and right tackle, they can end up like the Kansas City Chiefs last year.
Yeah, that shit got bad quickly.
It did. Ugly. And we didn't even talk about this in the last episode, but Eric Weddle came out of retirement out of nowhere.
He was
It's amazing. It's the best.
He hasn't played in like 794 days or something like that until last night.
How great is it that this dude has been sitting at home and gets a call and he's like, hey, man, you want to come try to win a Super Bowl real quick? I don't have to do none of the offseason, none of the season. Just show up. Oh, man, that's the best.
I can't believe because the Cardinals did not attack Eric Weddle at all. And I think even the lowest of football fans know you go after the guy that hasn't played for 2 years. Why not try it out at least? Now, Tom Brady is not going to do the same thing. He will attack Eric Weddle, and he will try to take advantage of that.
Safeties really don't do that much in today's game. Like they're not really covering someone. They're playing a zone. They're not manning up against anyone. They're dropping in the right place. They're getting the right calls. They're getting the DBs in the right place. So as long as he doesn't make himself vulnerable, like, trying to cheat up when they're going deep, he's going to be fine. He's too smart for that. Like the dude has seen a lot of fucking football. Like I'm not going to try to bait Tom Brady. Let me get my ass to where I need to be, and it's going to work out fine.
But isn't there something like?
Go ahead.
Isn't there something like? I can't even imagine how quick the NFL game is. Even if you're working out and all that stuff, there's got to be some learning curve again after 2 years of not playing. I mean, that's crazy. And Eric Weddle's a great player, but he hasn't played in 2 years. So if I'm Tom, I'm going right for him. I
mean, the concern for me would be, if I slow down a little bit, because you're going to lose a step over those 2 years without working out. The other concern is, can my body handle a hit? I'd be more concerned about a running back being untouched coming through there versus Tom trying to launch one over my head. Because Scrapes, have you ever gone to the gym and lifted your neck?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Was not expecting that answer.
Well, in high school, we did neck exercises.
Yeah, for football.
Yeah.
Since then, after your sack, have you ever lifted your neck?
No, of course not.
No, I haven't. Mac, have you lifted your neck?
At one time.
Not one time. And you do it at every single workout for football all the time.
Absolutely.
Because if you don't, you're going to die. You're going to break.
You're going to die.
Yeah.
So that's what my concern would be.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, shout out to Eric Weddle, man. We used to call ourselves the second round gems in San Diego because he came in the year after me, and he was a PTPer out there, man. He came in ready to play. So
what's that? PTP?
Prime time player.
Oh,
prime time player.
Yeah.
Second round gems, prime time players.
We'll have to try to get Eric Weddle on the podcast. I forgot that you guys would. I don't know why I forgot, but I'm sure that you guys
I didn't even know he lived in San Diego until they said he drove up. I'm like,
he got a house right here, right on the hills in Poway, and you could see that shit from everywhere. Oh, there's Eric's house up there.
He seems like a cool guy. Maybe we can get him on the podcast one day when he's not playing in the NFL playoffs.
He's a good
All right, last game that's going to happen on Sunday is going to be the Bills at the Chiefs. 3:30 p.m. The Chiefs, they are only 2-point favorites in this game, and they don't even get the home field advantage of the 3 points. So they're thinking that this game is going to be really close. I'm thinking that this game is going to be really close. I honestly don't know who's going to win this game. And if the Bills play, I mean, both quarterbacks had 5 touchdown passes in their first playoff game. I think it's going to come down to whether or not we get the good Josh Allen. If we get the good Josh Allen, I think they're going to keep up. But Patrick Mahomes is going to be fine at home. But it's all on Josh Allen.
I think I can go either way. We've seen both Patricks this year too.
We have, yes.
Man, I'm so excited for this one because you literally when they're both firing, they're both amazing. But we've seen them both struggle this year. It's who's going to show up. I'm ready. I've got 0 predictions. That's how ready I am.
Yeah,
nice.
I'm 0% on this one as well because, I mean, the Bills have a fast defense, which can give KC some problems.
Yeah.
And KC on the opposite side of the ball got some pass rushers now who can definitely, cause some problems for Josh Allen, so it's going to be a good game. I hate when games like this happens because it's like you come out and you're ready for this high scoring, like acrobat of a game where people are one hand catching and side slinging it, and then it turns into a defensive battle.
It's like 12-9.
It's like 12 to 9.
Stop. Don't do
Like,
it.
just don't do that to me.
Don't do it.
I'll take whatever they give me.
Yeah. I can't wait for this game as well. This is going to be the best game of the weekend, I think, depending on how 49ers Packers go, because this weekend, I think the only teams that we are confident in are none of the teams, basically. So
nailed it. Which is perfect. That's great. That's how it should be.
Because I think every team in this round has a chance to win. And in the last round, it wasn't like that. But that's the wild card round to begin with. But this round, definitely, there could be an upset or the favorite could win. Who knows? Let's get this in real quick before we head to the fuck. But Greg wanted to ask us if the new expanded playoff format was good, because we did see a lot of blowouts over the weekend. And I do think I was thinking about this as well, Greg. So what were your thoughts on this?
Up to this week, it was amazing. That last final week of the season.
Oh, superb.
I'll swap out a poor first round of playoffs for that final week of the season, because that shit was sexy. It was nonstop action. And then, I don't think this will be a theme. Like every year we're going to have multiple blowouts. There'll be one. There'll be always some team like the Steelers that's snuck in. But I like the format. I like having more teams in there. I like having more playoff games. I like the 1 and 2 seed having to fight for a bye as opposed to 2 teams getting it. I'm a fan of the new format.
Yeah, I'm feeling the format too. I think the Monday night game was pretty exciting too. That was a nice little change up.
I did like that.
Because like at the end of the year, when the games start getting scarce, it's like, oh my God, like football's getting close to an end. Like, I want you to kind of stretch it out a little bit more. So the fact that they took it from Saturday, Sunday to Monday,
love it.
I felt fulfilled this weekend. So I'll take that.
Yeah, I loved it as well. The only thing I think that they could change is the way that they're seeding things. I don't think that the conference winners should be 1 through 4. I think it should just be pure record. Like you get a spot in the playoffs if you're a conference winner. But Greg has the yuck face, but I think that might help with some of these blowouts, because if you're a bad conference winner, like the Steelers didn't win the division. If you're a bad division winner, then you're not automatically put in as the better team, because you're not the better team. And so you will go down further in the list, and then you will play 7 plays 2. And you know what I'm saying? Am I making any sense here?
So if you're in a bad division, like
and you win your division,
Tampa Bay,
like Green Bay,
Green Bay.
Or let's go with this: the NFC
East. If you're in a bad division, you're going to have a strong record.
Whereas the NFC East, like last year, where the team, the Washington football team, got in with I think it was like a 7-9 record, and they were one of the top 4 teams. They got a home playoff game because they were division winner. But I think you remove the division winner and you just seed them by record. But if you win your division, you'll get an automatic spot.
I'm okay with it.
So like,
and the only question is can you get every division winner in, with like the record? Because if you have 4 teams with solid records, you see what I'm saying? Like
I do, but if you win your division, you're in, but you're not an automatic 1 through 4 seed. You are like the football team last year would have been the 7 seed instead of the 4 seed. They wouldn't have gotten a home playoff game. It would have been the Bucks with the home playoff game.
Then they would have played a 2 seed and got their ass handed to them anyway.
That doesn't matter to me.
I think no matter what, there's going to be a blowout one way or another.
So we can't fix it.
I think it's fun. I don't think it's going to happen that often. I think this year is an anomaly, and it's just not going to happen that much.
I was about to send this to Roger Goodell, and then you guys talked me out of it. So
sorry. Tell Raj we said what's up.
Sorry.
Don't waste your time.
Roger Goodell's not going to listen. Okay,
he's not going to listen.
And by the way, he's at like every game. He is the commissioner, but he's at like every single game now, surrounded by these famous people all the time now.
Raj.
Oh, how excited are you? This is a random thought, but every time I see the Super Bowl halftime show commercial, I get so pumped up because it's going to be Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Eminem. It's going to be so good.
Mary J.
Kendrick Lamar.
Kendrick Lamar. Can't wait.
It's gonna be a good one.
All right. Last segment. The fuck.
The fuck?
The bumper clock, that boy.
Whoa.
What?
Hey, whoa. With an
love
island on it.
I love it. I love the island. That was a terrible accent. The fuck that I'm gonna bring to you. The fuck I'm gonna bring to you today. The island boy.
Oh, just an island boy trying to make it.
Oh, don't even bring that shit up. Those guys
I
are so
love
stupid.
TikTok. I love TikTok. It's the best.
Oh my god.
All right. My the fuck is someone we already talked about. Deontay Johnson. He is a wide receiver for the Steelers, and he knows who is going to be Ben Roethlisberger's replacement, and he would like for Mr. Mason Rudolph to take over the starting job.
The question
and you know what? But you know what Mike Tomlin said about that? He said, we're going to be looking forward to finding us a quarterback that can lead us into the future. Basically, he goes, yeah, Mason Rudolph, he's going to be there, but he's going to have to prove it that he needs to be the starter. That's not a good sign if you're Mason Rudolph.
No, man. The question is, does Deontay Johnson know who his replacement is going to be? I mean,
shots fired.
Hey, come on, man.
Shots fired.
That was good. Greg.
Oh, man.
But,
I mean, it's not.
Yeah.
So I tell you what, it's always nice to be friends with a backup quarterback because when they come in, they throw you the ball. But damn, man, he's not the answer.
That is true.
This is the second statement coming out of the wide receiver room that has been questionable this year. Remember Claypool?
He wanted to play music in practice.
At least he's kind of shut up ever since then.
Yeah, he had the bright idea earlier in the year. You know what I'm saying? Now Johnson comes off of a game where he drops, wide open passes. And it says something like this. It's just like, guys, just sometimes you just got to go out there and play. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't have to always give your opinion.
So in the middle of between Juju TikToking and playing football, he also said that he likes Ben Roethlisberger to come back. So there are some wild claims being made by some of these Steelers players out there. Well, that's my to fuck for the day.
That's a strong to fuck. I've got a few. Let's start. We already talked about COVID disappearing. Now, my question was, where the fuck did COVID go? But so glad it didn't affect our playoff run. Jimmy G needs to shut the fuck up about his injuries. My shoulder. I'm not sure if I can play, but I'm gonna play. No, it's week 20. Everyone is hurt. Everyone. And the more you talk about it, the more the other team knows exactly what's going on and they're trying to hurt you. Just shut up. You'll be on the injury report. Go play. Did you not learn anything from New England where they don't put shit on the injury report? Go play.
A good one.
Right. That's my being a hater. Mac, you want me to throw another one out there?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Throw one. I'm trying.
All right. Zach Taylor, the Bengals coach who's done an excellent job, went to a local bar, like Watering Hole Bar in Cincinnati, and started passing out game balls to fans.
Oh my god,
that's what the fuck I'm talking about. This is Cincinnati, Ohio. Like, that's how you connect with the people. He went to the people. That shit is awesome.
Cincinnati, that is what the fuck is going on. Like, I like what Cincinnati is doing as a city right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a little bit off the topic, but the Bearcats from Cincinnati, making it to the college football playoff. And now the Bengals winning and having, and not even having just winning, like winning with swagger. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like winning with a little bit of swagger. In a blue collar town, you know what I'm saying? It's just waiting for a good team. So kudos to them, man. I love what's going on. I love what the fuck is going on.
I see one more in here. I don't know whose this is, but we haven't talked about it yet. So I guess I'll bring it up. Or is this yours, Marcus? Did you put this one in there about Dak?
Go ahead.
Dak, after the game, if you didn't see Dak Prescott, he did his post-game press conference, and there's a video going around of fans throwing things at the referees as they're running off the field. By the way, the guy said the game is over, and then he sprinted off the field before everybody mobs him.
Oh, yeah.
And so the fans are throwing stuff at the referees as they're coming off the field, but one of the players actually got something thrown at him. And so in the post-game press conference, the people were asking Dak about people throwing stuff at the players, and Dak was not happy about it. But they're like, oh, actually, they were throwing all that stuff at the referees. And Dak goes, oh, well, if that's the case, then fine. And now people are pissed, and the NBA Referees Association called them out. It's like
the NBA refs.
Hey, by the way, NBA, you guys had Tim Donaghy betting on your games or shaving points. So
mind your business. Mind your business.
Oh my
exactly.
God.
But Dak apologized today. I personally didn't think he needed to apologize, because if you hear the clip and everything, you hear him say it, and he's kind of joking. And he's also just lost a big game. Everybody hates him. He's thinking about other stuff.
I just want to know, what the fuck do you think is going to happen in the future? When you telling fans to throw stuff at the refs, you think you're going to get a call?
Okay, you're right.
Stop.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. It was fun. I actually found it kind of funny. But it's like, don't piss off the refs, man. Unless you got Kobe status where you can cuss them out.
Cuss them out. Yeah. Mike, Kobe, Tom, you could talk to them like you want to. You know what I'm saying? I actually got one. This shit just came out of nowhere.
Let's hear it.
Yeah. And it's more like the fuck is going on? You know what I'm saying? More like a question, right? I keep on seeing all these like Instagram and social media posts with Antonio Brown, with Kanye West, and other superstars.
All in a room together.
Yeah, I'm like,
just them.
Yeah, like the fuck is going on? Like, you know what I'm saying?
I thought the same shit.
It's an album coming out, you know what I'm saying? I know he got a few music videos and shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, is it just like for the culture? Like, I don't know. I don't know.
I want to know if normal people are even invited, or do you have to have like a certain stature to be invited?
Is to be in the picture. Like, I know I wouldn't make the picture. I'm not in.
Not allowed.
So whatever the fuck he got going on is his business. You know what I'm saying? But I just don't. I want to know. Antonio, if you can let us know, please.
Antonio doesn't know, because I think he's just trying to put out an album with Ye, Kanye's new name, Ye. And those two guys together are a dynamic duo of crazy.
I would pay to see. I just want to be a fly on the wall. Let me.
Me too.
What are y'all talking about? I bet you it's some like outrageous, like, you know what I'm saying, like quantum physics or some shit.
What if AB
not
is
even
breaking?
On.
What if AB is breaking down black holes? Both of you stop it.
Bro, there is nothing productive coming out of that conversation.
No. See, what I'm telling you is like a lot of geniuses.
No.
You know what I'm saying? No. You see where I'm trying to go in this, Greg?
Well, Ye, I can't call him Ye. But he is a musical genius. Ye is a musical genius.
Jesus. Oh man.
I kind of want to be in that room because Julia Fox is now with Ye. So Julia Fox is amazing. Very amazing. And that's all I'm going to say about that.
Maybe they are geniuses. Maybe they are.
It wasn't how. It's not what you said. It's how you said it.
All right. So like Kanye, I'll give him.
His name is Ye. Get it right.
Ye. Is it Ye? It's not Ye.
No, it's Ye. It could be Ye. Do you know, Marcus?
My half white side is coming out.
Oh shit.
I think on that note, we can end up going out on Ye and AB. Who AB, by the way, said everybody took him out of context, but I'm pretty sure AB, you said everything on a podcast that we can all listen to over and over and over again. So,
with the context.
With the context. So calm down, AB. And Ye will get you through all the tough times right now. And with that, we will leave you to your divisional playoff weekend. 2 Pros and a Joe. Make sure you rate us on Apple Podcasts, 2prosandajoe.com. And you can share us on social media at 2 Pros and a Joe. We got Greg Camarillo at Catch Camarillo on Twitter, Marcus McNeil at McNeil73 on Instagram, at Marcus McNeil73 on Twitter, and I am at Matt Skraby. So hopefully these matchups are a little bit better this weekend, and we will be back next week recapping everything for you. And that's it. I'm ready for some 49er football against the Packers. This is what football is all about.
Yeah. All right, my lord.
Serious question though. Is it Yee?
I'm pretty sure it's Yee.
You better not be looking that up right
I'm
now.
Googling it. I'm Googling
You
I'm looking
are
at it too.
intently
I mean, it's Kanye, and it's the
how are
final
you
two
going to
letters
figure
of
out the
Ye.
difference though? They're going to put an accent mark over it. What are you looking for?
Y-E-E?
Well, yeah, okay. Why?
It says how to pronounce Yee. How do you pronounce the name Yee? It says Yay. I thought it was Yee. I've heard Yee everywhere, but
You
I'm
said
also
Yee, I picture like a 60-year-old Chinese man.
like,
Wasn't
why
sure if I should say that. I left that up.
It's all right. We'll figure it out. We'll update everybody. Hopefully, his name is legally changed. Oh, it is pronounced Yay. My bad. But I wish Yee's a little bit better, actually.
It's all right. Scrape, you're white.
You saw the two.
Marcus,
I
can you
fully
send us out
embraced
with
my white side. It was like, how do you pronounce this nickname of his?
Marcus, can you please take us out with some Island
What?
Boy?
Hey, what? The bumper clock that boy.